Just going to talk a little bit about the latest record. It was released last year, last September, if I'm not wrong. Okay, the title, A New World Rising. There are different New World Risings right now. A New World Order, like a European politician recently said, German politician. A new technological world right now. I don't know. What New World Rising do you mean with this new record?
When we wrote the songs and the lyrics, it was not to foresee how much the world would be changing in between these few months, you know. So I didn't really think about all these developments that we have right now, you know. As we really see, there's a complete new world order coming up. What did you miss? Something on my
okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Back then, it was more like in my world, you know, see the last three albums like a little bit like a trilogy. On Resurrection Day, we were talking about the final days, you know, everything going down. On After Lifelines, it was already like a post-war scenario, and on New World Rising, it's a kind of a new world coming out of the ashes from the old world. You know, it's more fictionary. You know. I didn't really talk about the real world around us, so you know, it's not about some actual political happenings or so. You know,
it's rather positive, is it?
Yeah, it's very like positive. It's like whenever how down you can be, there will always be a new start and a new beginning. So it was more a hopeful message, you know, that how down you might feel, it's gonna be good days coming up again, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's not about a real actual political situation or so, you know.
All right, okay. So maybe there will be another new beginning after this.
We don't know where we are really now, right now, you know. I mean, there's also an After Lifelines, this kind of post-war scenario was also fictionable, you know, for somewhere in a hopefully not happening future, you know. So I don't know we're coming to this point, you know. I really don't want to make some bad omens or so, you know.
All right, talking about the music, if I'm not wrong, I reckon you are playing 3 new tracks in these shows this year. I reckon there are 3. One of them, I think, is a tribute to the fans, Fire in Your Eyes, and I think you were playing Freedom also. Will you include more new tracks in the upcoming shows, or are you rehearsing any other new track, or you are only focused on these 3 new tracks?
The difficulty here is that the Rage has like about 30 albums, and when you play to find like the right set list is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. This gentleman did 600 songs over the years, and you know there are those songs that people want to hear, like we call them the must-haves, set songs that are in the set list and things. And if you put like too many of one record, there's too many records that you leave out. So you try to find a mix that works out for every fan and let's say represents as many eras of this band as possible, and that's why we've chosen. And we did in the past the same. I think it was always 2 to 3 of the new album that was then active, and then the rest was out of the Rage universe, let's say.
At the moment we have the 3 single tracks in, which probably might be most spread, you know, most popular or most known, or even to people that don't really know the new album. And of course, there's always a chance we might change something for future shows or for future set lists. Right at the moment, we're just running this set.
Okay.
We still have a lot more to do, you know.
Okay, in the first question, I talked about the new technological world, another new world rising. For example, in the last interview, I didn't know anything about artificial intelligence. I didn't know anything 6 years ago. So I don't know if this is a useful tool for a band. For example, for writing music, or maybe for arranging the set list, or you can ask to the
I don't really see it, you know. For us,
do you use it in any kind?
We write the old-fashioned way. We just meet and or exchange ideas and meet. And I mean, we don't live too far away from each other. We have our own studio, so it's very comfortable. We can work there all the time. Gene is actually you work upstairs and you just go down in the basement and record something whenever some idea pops up or so, you know. So this is so comfortable. I don't really see a need for us to work with AI. What do you say?
I can say maybe one sentence, and then it's up to you. But as Peavy said, we are old school people. We have like our rhythm, how we do things, and of course we use AI, but not for writing music or something like that. It's like more for information exchange and this kind of stuff, organization maybe, tools that can help you to get a lot of info sorted in a better way. This is why we would use it, but this is on the organizational side. It's not on the musical side. Maybe even you raise a question in the graphics, for example, also try to get some info how to arrange it, but in the end, again, we apply the old-fashioned way, because we think there's a sort of a piece of art that would disappear if you don't do this. But I don't know if
I guess if you look into the future, then the whole AI thing will be the downfall of us all in a certain way. And I don't think that I will use AI for writing music in the near future. Never say no, but by now it feels like it feels just wrong, letting a computer write your music, because that's the only way to show what you feel, to express your feelings when you write music. And so I wouldn't say that Rage is a band that will ever use AI.
And Gene, we are really very fast in creating music the old-fashioned way. We already have like 70-80% of the next album together.
Oh my God. That's another question.
This is the old-fashioned way. We just record the stuff. We just think about the stuff, record it, I mean, we didn't do the final recording, so it's more pre-production right now. But we are so quick anyway, so I don't really think we need AI to create something. We can do this very quick by ourselves. And I can promise I am way too old-fashioned. I don't even know how to use this kind of stuff. I would never do anything with this. I feel better staying aside of the internet stuff. I hardly use some stuff. I'm not doing all this media stuff. I use WhatsApp. That's it. That's the most already.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the music. Although many heavy metal bands are known for the couple of guitar players, twin guitar solos, and all stuff, why Rage has worked better as a trio with only one guitar player in your history? Because even though you had the periods with two guitar players, this new era started with two guitar players, with Dean and Stefan. I reckon it was 5 years ago or 6 years ago. What's working better in Rage trio?
Good question. I mean, Stefan is not even officially out of the band.
Really?
No,
we never fired him, or he never really left. But he's gone. He's just disappeared. Disappeared out of the bridge. There's a bottle of whatever.
So he's still officially a member of the band.
Well, right, we cannot really say that. But
I wouldn't say he's officially still a member. But
he had like private issues to solve, and we never closed that door. But we don't know whatever might happen in the future. But we didn't fight or something, or let's not. He had to solve this, and private life is number one. You need to solve this first, and then the rest. And now it's already 5 years.
Yeah, we left it open, but he didn't come back.
Yeah.
So we are really happy in this constellation now. Gene is playing for 5 guitar players.
Yeah. But to come back to that question, what would you think? Why is the trio efficient?
Well, it's hard enough to organize the three of us, I would say. No, I think it's just the vibe. It's just the vibe. I mean, Rage started as a punk-ish band that improved people, or that showed what they are able to do only with 3 people on stage, and it's still like this. So I think it just feels right,
And do you miss having a partner to share, for example, the melodies, or or having a rhythm guitar player when you are doing the solos? So don't you miss it, or it's okay?
If you ask me, I would love to only play the rhythm guitar because then I can do more windmills on stage without concentrating the whole time of playing solos. Well, I mean, we're so good friends. After all these years, we came so close to each other, and it just feels right. There's not a missing piece or so. I mean, we go on stage as a 3-piece band, and it feels perfect. It kicks ass. I wouldn't change a thing.
Having the second guitar for the live situation might be comfortable, but it works easily without. And I think the most important thing is the mental connection in between the members. And when there's one guy that's not really fitting into this, we have our triangle that really works mentally really good. Creatively, it's perfectly. So we don't miss anybody, And if you add someone in between this, it might be only disturbing.
And to be honest, sometimes, I mean, a few times a year, 3, 4, 5 times a year, we do the orchestra shows, and there you have like more musicians. You have a different variety. It's a change for us as well. Always some sort of every show is a highlight, but it's a different thing. So if you want to do something with more people, with more influencers, you do this anyways. But the main character of this band, and I grew up with this band. I'm a fan since I'm 14 years old. For me, it's part of the Rage DNA. The Rage DNA is a trio.
The next one is for both of you. How could you define Gene's contribution, especially on a stage? We have already seen a lot of times, and we know it. But for those who haven't seen it yet.
A whirlwind.
See, look, I mean, Peavy and I, we have it all already. I mean, we are doing this for a while. He does that forever and a day, and I'm doing this for a while as well. Peavy has to sing and play. He cannot move away from that microphone. Of course, it's like it's limited. I sit there. It's limited. And then if you want to have action on stage, there's just this one guy who can do this, and this guy does action for 3. So why is it important? Because he's like the definition of testosterone and energy is this person here. That's why he's so
it's amazing how much energy he has, and he does everything at the same time.
Personally, I say it's difficult to take pictures because it disappears.
Yeah.
If you focus, he has disappeared.
Also singing in between. He's really.
Okay, you got several highlights lined up this year, such as your concerts in Japan last month in February, the tour in South America next month in April, a performance with the orchestra, I reckon, in the next days in Germany.
Yeah.
What do you expect of this year for Rage?
Oh, we have more orchestra shows, right?
Yeah, we'll have another one in Germany and one more in Greece.
Festival season, pretty nice one. And in autumn, it goes again to different. He's booking us, so you know better.
We do have a pretty colorful year. As we are in different countries, we are going to be the first time in Turkey, for example, in this lineup. On a nice festival, we're going to be in Greece. We're going to be in different parts of this world. We've been in Japan. We're going to be in South America. I mean, on the one side, it is a lot of traveling time that you have, and it is not that easy sometimes. But on the other hand, we are grateful and thankful that we can do all this, and there are everywhere in the world people who wants to see this band. So, and it's our duty to go and present this. And your question was what we expect from this year: to stay healthy and well, and play as many concerts as we can.
An issue where we
The main thing, of course.
Yeah.
Rage are known as a heavy speed and power metal band. However, over the decades of Rage history, you have also sounded a bit thrash-oriented, symphonic, even progressive. Is the diversity one of the secrets of Rage's long-standing career?
I think so. If you want to make a career over such a long period, it's essential that you reinvent yourself always a little bit to keep it still interesting for everybody, for the musicians themselves, of course, but also for the fans. The important thing is that you never miss your essentials, The essential sound of the band, the essential trademarks are always there from the beginning to now. but we added from time to time maybe some extra elements, or diverted this a little bit, from this very thrashy phase in the beginning. Then we made this kind of power metal stuff. We had this orchestra phase. We had the progressive phase, and now we have maybe also some new elements in the music coming also, especially from Gene, because he comes with a very fresh aspect, a little bit of metalcore stuff, and he sees guitar playing and songwriting from a new perspective, because he wasn't even born when we did all the classic albums, or maybe he was just born when we did Black and White, for example.
Oh my God!
But he ate those all for breakfast, And
I was on that tour. It was my first time I saw Rage.
Yeah.
I'm very old.
When all this music goes through the filter of his mind, there comes some. He actually understood the essence of the band, which is really good, which makes him a perfect creative partner for me. As he really knows what is the essential, that what needs to be into the music, and he sees it from his young and fresh perspective, which he plays to me, and I just grab it and that's nice. That is Rage, but it is in a fresh way, and I play the ball back, So
right.
we're like
Right.
playing tennis or whatever. So
Okay.
the ideas back and forth, and I think the results are marvelous. Are really good.
All right.
And also, like I said, we already have like 80% of the next album already done, without even planning it. There was never a plan to be that fast. But it's just happening.
What can you tell us on the new material you have written? Do you expect it to release it next year or even at the end of this year?
The guys know better when
So
it's coming out.
Right, it's a rough plan. There's nothing fixed.
Yeah,
Whatever
okay.
we think is going to be end of 27.
End of 27.
27.
And what about the music style of the material you have already written?
Yeah, good.
It's like the
Good rage metal.
So by now it feels like just the second part of A New World Rising. So every song that we just written could be on A New World Rising, and it's got the same style, the same vibe. So maybe they're gonna be some pearls, something special. But we didn't really digged into the songwriting atmosphere. We just had some ideas, we recorded it, and there will be plenty more songs. That, you don't write 10 songs and 10 songs go onto the album, so you have like 20 songs and then you choose in the end which are the best. So
I'm just starting to get a little bit of an idea how it's gonna be. There's some real catchy songs that are going absolutely to the point. In a way like Freedom, for example, or this kind of direction. But there's also some a bit more experimental songs, like out of mind, out of sight. This is a bit more experimental. We have some tracks that could have been directly from Black and White. It's very old-fashioned riffing, So of course we're gonna see how it all develops, It's maybe a bit too early to actually make promises or to
All right.
really say something. It's going to be good. I know the songs are really good.
Great respect for it. Do you think it makes sense to release albums nowadays in the age of the instant gratification? People find it harder to concentrate on listening to a whole record because on the social media only some seconds.
In the end, we just make music like in the old days. Remember back in the 60s, the Beatles, they had like a single every 5 weeks or so,
Yeah.
And the albums were not so important, After they had like 5 hit singles, they put it all together with some whatever cover songs, and it was an album,
All right.
That's how they did it back then, and I guess it's going to develop also in this direction. We're going to put out singles, and in the end, an album appears, with some extra songs.
But for us, it's gone for a while. Whatever that means, it will stay with releasing albums for sure, because Rage is a band that you need to discover. It's not a band that you would hear on the radio and then after 10 seconds you like the whatever. You need to discover that. But once you jump in, you discover a lot with every listening. And this band has to tell a lot. We are telling a lot.
Okay.
And one song is not enough to tell. You need to have an album.
Okay. It's been quite a while since we haven't heard anything from Refuge, the band. featuring Manny and Chris. Do you have any plans for the future, or the band has gone completely on hold?
It's completely on hold. There's
Completely
no
on hold.
plans.
Because Chris is playing with you.
Yes.
He's still playing with you
Yes,
in
yes.
Fitz's Corner.
Yes.
Right.
Manny and Chris are both very busy with other things in their private lives. We find a rarely time to meet or to exchange a little bit or so, but there's no plans to work anything, to do anything together.
All right.
I mean, this was never meant as a professional band. It was always just a kind of
Project.
project, a nostalgic thing, you know. That was good at this point when we started this, like 12 years ago or so, you know.
Yeah.
It just fitted into the momentary setting, you know. We never really had the plan to make a long-time band out of this, you
All
know.
right.
It's like a thing, we can revive it whenever we need it or so, maybe for a single show or so, or for a festival show.
Okay.
If this is really wanted and if we feel like, okay, we can do this, why not, you know. We're not killing it or so, but we're not really trying to keep it up like
Okay.
a regular act or so, you know.
All right. And nowadays, there is any German metal scene? Because when I was a kid, there was a big German metal scene. Anyway, here in Spain, that kind of music, it was called German metal. Although the bands were coming from Scandinavia, it was called German metal in Spain back in the 90s, for example. Do you think it's any kind of a scene nowadays in Germany, or is it difficult right now?
No, there is a scene, definitely. There is a
Music
metal
scene in Germany, metal scene, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's not only the old bands that we know from the we both know from the 90s and 2000s. There are plenty of other bands coming up. It's just that nowadays it's more difficult to spread the word and like get over to the other countries and to bigger festivals because the number of bands that are appearing is so big.
Plus they're stylistically far away from each other, I would say.
Yeah.
And
And
that's,
so
yeah.
some bands play this kind of style, something. So you don't really recognize it as German bands. You know,
Yeah.
But it's a
one is playing
huge
metalcore,
community still.
another playing symphonic metal.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a huge community that is there. It's really, really big. Yeah.
And just